What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're in Stellaris. We're with the Imperium of Rakur, and we're about to start our first game. Hopefully you've watched the previous video where we went over the entire UI and what kind of all of these things do. I guess I forgot to mention like what each of these buttons does. But as we get into it, we've got your contacts, and this is where your other AI sort of members will be. You've got the situation logs. It's kind of like missions and quests, things that you've done. This is interesting. I had not seen these, but all right. Apparently has the win conditions. You've got your research, and you can get into what you're researching here, and we need to select a research. And we will do that momentarily. And then this gives you all of the other options. Designing your ship, picking your traditions, which uses Unity. I haven't really used the expansion planner much, so that'll be interesting. Species, I haven't gotten into as much either, but policies and edicts, planets and sectors, those two are also very useful, so you'll be using that quite a bit as well. So, and then this is your government, your authority. If you want to spend a lot of influence, you can reform your government or try, and but right now, this particular ruler is bringing us decreased science shipbuilding costs, increased research speed on anomalies, and an increase in minerals. And this is their agenda. So we get less unrest and more attraction to xenophobic ethics attraction. That's unfortunate, but there you go. All right, and this, all of these just kind of tell us what we need to know about our government and our system. Okay, well, I guess I can't pan without hitting begin. So we should begin. Now I hit begin. It takes us here. This is our home planet. This is our system. If I click here, it pulls up that planet. We have a governor currently who adds these bonuses. The surface shows a population in each square. Now, we don't obviously have a population in every square. We've got a couple squares that are empty. We also have a number of these squares that need to be cleared. So we've got slums, industrial wastelands, and that's it right now. So we'll have to spend resources to clear these. And in general, you notice this one has a mining network on it, and that produces minerals. This one has a power plant on it, and that produces power. This is a farm. This is our planetary capital. It's the planetary administration. And this building, just so you can see as you hover over it, it gives you bonuses on all of the adjacent squares. So it gives +1 minerals, food, and energy. So this one creates food, so it gives +1 from the planetary administration, and you can see it right there. This one has +1 for administration. There we go, and there we go. So this is what's going on here. We're gonna have to pretty quickly start removing those, and that's relatively cheap on your home planet. You've got armies. We have 4 defensive armies and kind of a little bit of a militia, but we don't consider those. So, and then we can recruit more over here. And as you can see, everything is dictated in the amount of minerals it costs and the amount of time it takes to build it. So this is where our spaceport is. You can build things on your spaceport here. I haven't researched anything that allows me to build anything here, but I have defenses. This is my laser defenses. And I can build, another combat ship, another science ship, or a construction ship, or whatever. Generally, to start out with, it's probably good to create a second science ship and to have that start off, because your science ships need to be doing things constantly. And you can either select it this way by seeing the icon here, and that's the icon for science, or you can find them over here, or you can click here. So this is the science. All right, so we've got our science ship selected. And what you want to do then is look around your initial system. If any of them look like there's a planet next to them, like if I click over here, right, you see this? We don't have anything like that in our home system. So if we did, that would be where you'd want your scientists to go first. But since we don't, we will just right click on, say, the star, and survey system. And the only reason it's able to survey as a science ship is because it has a scientist on it. Once our new science ship is finished building, and you can see its progress up here in the upper right corner, we will need to recruit and assign a scientist to it using our influence. So you can see the path that it's going to take in surveying the system. If we want to issue multiple commands, you got to hold down Shift and then have that held down while you left click to start the next, to submit the next command. So alright, so while that's done, I'm just going to have my construction ship follow the basic path that my science ship went, because once the science ship has surveyed a planet or a star, it may have materials or resources that we want to exploit, and the construction ship is the one that needs to do that. So it saves a very minuscule amount of time if the construction ship is already there. We've got our first military fleet, and we can, if we go back out here, we can have them just sort of fly around to the planets around, or to the systems around us, just to do some exploration. So we'll send them here and here and here, and I'm holding down Shift as I right click on each of these. So I'm just literally clicking. This little ring here is how far we can go. So I'm going to have him, or this military group, go to every system that can be reached. Nope, that's not in our system. Alright, so this is all that we can reach right now. And then I will have them come back and go right back here. And that's them returning. Alright, so we've issued some commands. We don't have an admiral assigned to our military, but that's fine for the moment because hopefully we're not going to be fighting anything. We need to pick our... This is all before I've started the clock. We need to pick our researches, so I left click on that. And all of these, this little number up here tells us how many points it takes to research that item. And if you see, it'll give you an estimate on the number of months that it takes to get that as well. So all of these have the same cost right now because we're all starting the game. And this is directly impacted by the number of populations and planets you have. So the more you expand, the more expensive things will be to research. But theoretically, the more points you'll be generating, so it should even out. This will allow us to build on our space station a solar panel network, which will help increase the power production. It gives us sort of a static +3, which will help nicely. So that's an option. Physics labs allow us to focus our research on physics. Power plants allow us to upgrade our power plants. And this gives our ships shields and increases our planetary fortifications. So early in the game, generally you want to emphasize building your resources. So power or energy and minerals. So I'm probably going to focus on the solar panel network right here. It would be either that or field manipulation. Although I'm going to be expanding, so this will help out. I'll use that one for society research. See, here's a thing I can research for more monthly influence. Like I said, those are few and far between, so don't think that you'll have this option regularly. So this has 600, so that'll take 72 months, but it will allow us to see these two resources and be able to terraform planets as we see fit. So personally, I'm drawn to either this one or this one, as I definitely am going to be needing to terraform other planets. Well, we're going to build resources. I'm going to follow my own advice. I'm going to build resources. And if you see this little thing here, this shows us that this opens up a chain. It's like the next step in the administrative path. Growth speed takes us down the biological path. So for now, let's do planetary unification. And for engineering, this takes us down the robotic path, and we have bonuses for robots. So I might go down this path and select that. So now, we haven't even started time yet, but that's our first turn. We've spent a little bit of our minerals, And in general, relatively early on, you want to build out your military just to a certain point. So my military strength is described by this number 73, and you can see it over here as well on the right. So you probably want a military strength between, like, ideally 250 to 300, and then you can sit on that for a little while you get the rest of your game going and sort of get your legs underneath you, your space legs. But that's it. So that's how you set yourself up for the first turn. And this little item here is our wormhole. I gotta stop talking. This is our wormhole generator. And that's what allows us to travel anywhere in this yellowy ring. So, that said, I'm going to end it here, and we will start our next turn, or the beginning of the game, in the next video. So, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, by all means, hit me up in the comments. If you want to buy the game, use the link down below, please. And, yeah, I think that's it. So, I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next video.